Hey there, you curious explorer. Welcome to a brand new deep dive.
Great to be back.
Ever feel just overwhelmed by all the vacation options out there? Like, where do you even start?
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot.
We get it.
Yeah.
That's why we've plunged headfirst into, well, a whole stack of travel awards and sources.
Yeah, we wanted to bring you a curated view, focus on the places that consistently get celebrated.
Exactly. A shortcut, kind of, to feeling totally in the know about where you might want to set your sights.
We sifted through the big names. World Travel Awards, TripAdvisor's Best of the Best, Travel Plus Leisure, Condé Nast Traveler.
Lonely Planet, Forbes Travel Guide, the works.
Right, and the mission really is simple. Look past the hype, the fleeting trends, and see which places really earn top marks year after year.
Now look, we all know best vacation. It's
Yeah.
personal, right? What I love, you might not.
Totally subjective.
So yeah, we're not here declaring absolute winners. Not at all.
No.
It's more about highlighting destinations that impress lots of different people, different styles of travel.
Think of it as building up your knowledge base. So you can then confidently say, that's the kind of place that excites me.
Perfect. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with those places that just keep showing up, the big hitters.
Yeah, what's really fascinating is you start to see this kind of travel hall of fame emerging. Certain countries, certain cities, they just appear again and again across all these different awards.
Right.
And that consistency, it's not random. It usually signals a place that's delivering exceptional experiences on, multiple levels.
Absolutely. Like when you look at the list, the Maldives, they just keep popping up.
Oh, definitely.
World Travel Awards 2024, World's Leading Destination, and World's Leading Green Destination.
And then Travel Plus Leisure jumps in, calls them the world's best island.
See, that's a pretty strong consensus from different perspectives.
And that Green Destination Award, that's really worth noting, I think.
Yeah, why's that?
Well, it suggests they're not just, beautiful beaches. They're actively being recognized for trying to do tourism sustainably.
Good point. Okay, who else? Portugal stood out too, right?
Yep. The Algarve region, world's leading beach destination. And Madeira was named world's leading island. Shows their diversity.
And Jamaica got nods for cruises and families. Specific, but important.
Exactly. Highlights its appeal for certain kinds of trips.
Okay, switching gears a bit. TripAdvisor's 2025 Traveler's Choice. Big one. London took the #1 spot globally.
London, always a powerhouse. It's interesting, isn't it, why these huge cities stay so popular?
Definitely something to think about. Bali was #2 and also #1 for culture.
Bali. Culture and beaches. Makes sense.
Dubai was 3rd overall. And for you foodies out there, Rome, world's leading food destination.
Shit.
Shocker, right?
Not really, no. Roman food, they kind of go together.
It's where it gets really interesting, though, seeing how different awards value different things.
Exactly. Like Travel Plus Leisure's 2024 awards, they picked San Miguel de Allende in Mexico as world's best city.
Oh, okay. Different vibe.
Totally. And Udaipur in India, Kyoto in Japan, also high on their list, suggests a real appreciation for maybe cultural depth, unique cityscapes.
Meanwhile, Condé Nast Traveler readers, they just went broad and said Japan. World's favorite travel destination, period.
That's a big statement. A whole country.
It is. And then there's Lonely Planet. They often throw in some curveballs.
Always. Keeps it interesting.
They picked Mongolia as top country for 2024.
Wow. Okay.
And for 2025, a real mix. Cameroon, Lithuania, Fiji, Kazakhstan. Places maybe not on everyone's radar.
Definitely caters to that adventurous spirit or someone looking for something, different.
And finally, Forbes Travel Guide. That's all about luxury.
5-star focus.
Macau apparently has the most 5-star hotels, but lots of recognition too for France, Italy, UK, UAE, Singapore, Japan.
And the Maldives again. See.
They're everywhere. So, okay, let's connect the dots here. What patterns are we seeing?
Well, the Maldives, clearly. Top tier for island escapes, luxury, and increasingly that green angle. Then you've got the major global cities, London, Paris, Rome, Tokyo, Kyoto. Their appeal is just broad and seems really enduring.
It makes sense, doesn't it? They're hubs, culture, history, food, shopping. It's all packed in.
Exactly. And, the success of a city like London definitely boosts the UK's overall image as a place to visit.
Yeah, same for Paris and France. They're like brand ambassadors.
Precisely. Powerful magnets. They often give travelers their first taste of the country.
What's also really striking, I think, is how many awards now focus on specific things.
Oh, totally. trending destinations, solo travel, food, green sustainable.
It really shows how travel is changing, becoming more personalized.
Absolutely. It signals a big shift. People want trips that match their passions,
That-
food, history, adventure, being responsible.
And the awards are reflecting that.
They have to. It means destinations need to really figure out what makes them special and promote that, their unique strengths.
Okay, so we've seen the big players, the consistent winners, but what if you have a specific kind of trip in mind? Let's narrow it down.
Good idea. Let's categorize based on travel style. Help you find your perfect fit.
Let's start with the classics. Sun, sand, and serenity. Beaches and islands, where are the top spots?
Well, no surprise, the Maldives lead the pack here. Overwater bungalows, amazing marine life, that green credential.
Hard to beat for that tropical dream.
Then Portugal, you've got the Algarve coast, plus Madeira Island. Great beaches, but also culture.
Greece, obviously. Crete, Santorini. Those iconic islands, beaches like Elafonisi, the pink sand one, plus all that history.
Bali, too, always a favorite. Serene beaches like Sanur, but also that spiritual vibe, the culture.
And Thailand. Places like Phuket, classic beaches, amazing food, culture.
Yeah.
It's got the whole package.
We shouldn't forget Fiji either. Lonely Planet flagged them for transformative travel and conservation efforts.
Nice. What about the Caribbean? Turks and Caicos?
Definitely rising.
Yeah.
Grace Bay Beach is stunning. Jamaica's got great beaches, too, beyond the cruise and family angle.
Spain and Australia have huge coastlines too, right? Loads of beaches.
Oh, yeah. Spain has places like Callan-Bosch for relaxing. Australia has Palm Cove, Cable Beach, plus the Great Barrier Reef nearby.
Philippines. Some amazing spots there too.
Absolutely. Saud Beach, Nakpan and Palawan. Really beautiful, often quieter options.
Even the UAE has nice beaches like Yas Beach or Kite Beach, and of course the U.S. regulars.
Hawaii, Florida,
Yeah.
always popular.
Yeah.
Plus other Caribbean gems, St. Lucia for honeymoons, Cayman Islands.
It's amazing the variety, luxury, culture, diving, just chilling. There's a beach style for everyone.
Pretty much.
Okay, now for a different vibe. For those of you fascinated by the past, by culture, let's talk history and heritage destinations.
Italy has to be top of the list, right? Rome, Florence,
Yeah.
ancient Rome, the Renaissance. It's just packed.
Unbeatable. And Greece, of course.
Yeah.
Athens, Crete, the birthplace of so much Western civilization.
Egypt, the pyramids, the Nile, Luxor,
Yeah.
iconic stuff. Still absolutely captivating.
Peru. Machu Picchu is a big one, the Inca legacy.
Huge.
Yeah.
And Japan offers that fascinating mix, ancient Kyoto temples, modern Tokyo buzz.
India, too. The Taj Mahal, Mughal history, such diverse culture.
And then back in Europe, France, especially Paris, Spain with its Moorish and Roman layers, the UK, London, Stonehenge.
Yeah, lots of layers there.
Definitely. And we should also mention places like Vietnam, Morocco, Cambodia, with Angkor Wat, Turkey, Mexico,
Yeah.
with incredible stories.
It's really amazing how these places preserve their history but are still vibrant today.
It really is. That connection to the past is so important, and they make it accessible for us to experience.
All right, on to a category close to my own heart. A feast for the senses. Culinary hotspots. Food destinations.
Okay, Italy again.
Yeah.
Rome, Naples, pasta, pizza, regional food. It's just outstanding.
Can't argue with that. France. Paris.
Oh, yeah. Haute cuisine, pastries, cheese, wine. It's legendary for a reason. Japan, Osaka, Tokyo. Sushi, ramen, kaiseki. So refined, so delicious.
Thailand, Bangkok street food is incredible. That balance of flavors.
Sweet, sour, salty, spicy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Spain, too. Barcelona's tapas scene. Paella.
Mexico, tacos, moles, and that Forbes 5-star restaurant, Maria Dolores, shows their culinary scene is really evolving.
Definitely. And Peru's ceviche, Nikki fusion. Using those unique Andean ingredients.
Vietnam's fresh herbs, pho, Greece's Mediterranean diet, Argentina's barbecue, Morocco's tagines.
It's a delicious list. Even the U.S. has key spots, like New Orleans, New York.
What strikes me is how often culinary excellence ties back to deep cultural roots.
Absolutely. Food is culture. In so many ways, you taste the history, the local life.
So true. Okay, shifting gears again, let's answer the call of the wild. Prime spots for adventure and nature lovers.
New Zealand has to be near the top. Bungee jumping, fjords like Milford Sound, glaciers, hiking. It's built for adventure.
Costa Rica too, right? The whole Pura Vida thing.
Totally. Rainforests, volcanoes, amazing biodiversity. A leader in ecotourism.
Canada and the U.S., just vast wilderness national parks galore.
Huge opportunities there. Yellowstone, the Rockies, Alaska.
Iceland, so unique. Northern lights, volcanoes, glaciers.
Dramatic landscapes. Peru again for Andean trekking like the Inca Trail, plus the Amazon.
And African safaris, of course. Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa.
Yeah, Masai Mara, Serengeti, Kruger, iconic wildlife experiences. Botswana, Namibia, Uganda too.
Nepal for Himalayan trekking. Everest Base Camp.
The ultimate trekking destination for many. Chile offers Patagonia and the Atacama Desert incredible contrasts.
Ecuador, Galapagos, Amazon, recognized for sustainability too.
And Australia Reef, Outback National Parks, Mongolia's Lonely Planet mentioned, for vast remote nature.
Even in Europe, Switzerland's Alps, adventure hubs in Norway, Georgia, Slovenia, Croatia.
Lots of options closer to home for many.
It's really good to see that emphasis on sustainability popping up more in adventure travel too. Maldives Green Award, Ecuador, Fiji.
Yeah, it's becoming crucial. Travelers are more aware, and destinations that protect their natural assets will definitely stand out.
Okay, now for city lovers. People who thrive on urban energy. Urban wonders and cityscapes, the best city breaks.
Osaka in Japan is trending. Great food, nightlife. Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, modern skyline, cultural mix.
Buenos Aires in Argentina, also trending. Great food, European feel, tango.
Seoul, South Korea, that mix of old palaces and futuristic tech. K-pop,
Okay.
very dynamic.
Bangkok again, temples, markets, street food, rooftop bars, never sleeps.
Marrakech, Morocco, the Medina, the souks, Jama El Fina Square, totally immersive.
Hanoi in Vietnam, old quarter charm. Lisbon, Portugal Hills, trams, photo music, great vibe.
And let's not forget Singapore, amazing architecture, gardens, food, and Macau, that unique blend of Portuguese history and casino glitz.
These cities pack a punch, don't they? Culture, food, entertainment, perfect for shorter trips.
Exactly, you dive right in.
Okay, finally, let's look ahead. On the horizon, trending and up-and-coming spots. Who's getting attention now?
Well, TripAdvisor's trending list had Osaka and Seoul again, but also places like Medellin in Colombia, Casablanca in Morocco,
Interesting.
Mana in Bahrain, Batumi in Georgia. They're showing up more. Lonely Planet, pick Mongolia and Poland for value,
Good tip.
and Ecuador for sustainability, as we mentioned.
And Forbes adding places like Brunei, Costa Navarino in Greece, Kazakhstan, that broadens the luxury map.
It does. It shows luxury travel is exploring new frontiers.
What seems clear is that Asian and Middle Eastern destinations are really rising in these trending lists.
Yeah, definitely. Probably reflects better connections, investment,
Yeah.
and just travelers wanting, new and different experiences.
Wow, we have covered so much ground. It's a lot to take in.
It is.
Just as a quick reference for you listening, we've put together a summary tabletop places by travel style. Check the show notes for that.
Good idea.
But now let's zoom in. Let's do some in-depth spotlights.
Mhm.
5 places that consistently rank high and offer really diverse experiences. First up, Italy, the quintessential European dream.
Italy. It's just timeless, isn't it? History, art, culture, food, and those landscapes. So varied.
From Rome's ancient sites to Florence's art, Venice's canals.
The Amalfi Coast beauty, Tuscany's rolling hills. It just keeps giving.
Best time to go, generally.
Spring and fall are usually great. Shoulder seasons, less crowded, nice weather. Italian's the language, but English is pretty common in tourist spots.
Okay, next up, Japan. That blend of ancient and future.
Exactly. Tradition meets innovation. Unique culture, amazing food, beautiful seasons, super efficient. It's captivating.
Kyoto for culture, Tokyo for the modern buzz.
Right, Mount Fuji, cherry blossoms, the food, from sushi to ramen, plus unique things like ryokans and onsen.
That's time.
Spring for blossoms, autumn for foliage are classics. Language is Japanese, but English is getting better, especially in cities.
Good to know. Spotlight 3. France. Epitome of European elegance.
Joie de vivre. That's the reputation. Paris icons, obviously Eiffel Tower, Louvre, but also the regions, Riviera, Provence, Loire Valley vineyards.
Normandy beaches, the Alps. So much diversity.
And the food. Michelin stars, cozy bistros, pastries, wine. It's central to the experience.
When to visit.
Spring, summer, autumn are all popular. Winter in Paris can be quieter, which is nice too. French is key, but English is widely spoken in tourist areas.
Okay, across the globe now. New Zealand. Ultimate adventure playground.
Pretty much sums it up. Stunning nature, fjords, glaciers, beaches, geothermal areas. Perfect for hiking, bungee, skiing, you name it.
And Maori culture is a big part too.
Absolutely. Adds real depth. Plus, film tourism, Hobbiton, and great wine regions.
Best time for NZ.
Summer, December to February is peak. Shoulder seasons are great too. Winter for skiing. Language is English. And Moe, Easy communication.
And finally, Spotlight 5, the Maldives. Tropical luxury central.
Yeah, the height of that island paradise dream. Overwater bungalows, white sand beaches, incredible marine life, top-notch service.
Diving, snorkeling with manta rays, whale sharks.
Romantic dinners, spas.
Yeah.
Plus those unique underwater restaurants and spas some resorts have.
Wow, when's the best time there?
Dry season, November to April, generally. Language is DVE, but English is ubiquitous in tourism.
Looking at these 5, Italy, Japan, France, New Zealand, Maldives. What's the common thread? They all seem strong on culture, history, food, and nature recreation.
That seems to be the magic combo, doesn't it? That trifecta of appeal. Plus, honestly, the fact that English is widely understood helps their global reach.
Definitely makes them accessible. Okay, now we've spotlighted some stars. Let's get practical. Things you need to think about when planning. Best times to visit.
Right. Big question. Generally, for Europe in fall, those shoulder seasons are often ideal. Good weather, fewer crowds than summer.
The specifics matter, though, right? Italy, Spain, Greece might be hot midsummer.
Exactly. Asia varies hugely. Southeast Asia often has a distinct dry season. Japan, as we said, spring and autumn are peak beauty.
Oceania?
Australia is huge, so it depends where you go. New Zealand, summer and shoulder seasons are popular.
North America, USA, and Canada, often spring and fall, are comfortable for many areas.
South America, again, varies. Patagonia's summer, Andes dry season, cities may be better in their autumn or spring. Africa safaris, often best in the dry seasons for wildlife viewing.
The key takeaway seems to be, shoulder seasons often offer a great balance.
Definitely worth considering for fewer crowds and potentially better prices.
Okay, language considerations. We touched on this. But
Yeah, while English gets you far in tourist zones, learning even a few basic local phrases, it makes a difference.
shows respect, opens doors sometimes.
Absolutely. Hello, thank you, excuse me, and Italian, Japanese, French, Spanish,
Yeah.
whatever the local language is, it's always appreciated.
Even if English is common in hotels and main sites.
Right, just being aware of the main language is helpful context.
And finally, the really crucial bit, visa and entry requirements.
Oh yeah, this is non-negotiable. You have to check official government or embassy websites well in advance.
Rules change. Things like the Schengen area in Europe have specific rules like the 90-day limit for many non-EU visitors. Passport validity is key too.
And keep an eye on new systems like the EU's ETS or the UK's ETA for visa-exempt travelers. They're rolling out.
Bottom line, don't assume. Do your homework on the official sites. It can get complex.
Being proactive here is essential. Check requirements, figure out the best time to go for you, maybe learn a few phrases. It all adds up to a smoother, better trip.
So there you have it. Our deep dive into some of the world's most celebrated travel destinations. We've drawn on awards, expert picks.
And try to give you a real sense of what makes these places special.
We really hope this has been like a compass for you, helping you navigate all the amazing options out there.
Because ultimately, the best vacation, that's something you discover for yourself. It's personal.
We've touched on beaches, history, food, adventure, cities, up-and-coming spots. The variety is incredible.
Truly something for every kind of traveler, every passion.
So on that note, we'll leave you with the final thought to mull over.
Okay.
Reflecting on everything we've talked about, all these countries, cities, experiences, what single thing, just one image or idea, sparks the most intense curiosity, the biggest wanderlust inside you right now?
Good question to ponder.
Now go out there and start making those travel dreams happen.